headlines are a little bit scary at the moment. So why are markets rallying? Well, the short answer is that the stock market is starting to look past the immediate worries around the conflict in the Middle East, and it's starting to focus more on what happens next. So investors are thinking about whether this becomes a much bigger, kind of longer lasting problem for the global economy, or whether it's kind of begins to calm down a bit from here. And at the moment, the market is becoming a little bit more optimistic about a deal being reached between the US and Iran. And it's thinking that the worst case scenario is kind of looking a little bit less likely. And a big part of why the market likes this news and why stock markets are rallying comes down to oil. When the conflict began, one of the biggest fears was disruption to energy supplies, particularly through the Strait of Hormuz, which is one of the most important routes in the world for energy shipping. That caused oil prices to spike higher and caused the market to drop. But then as hopes of a ceasefire kind of picked up, and then again more recently, once the ceasefire was agreed, then oil prices started to come back down again, and that's helped the stock market to pick up. And the reason that the oil price is important is because if it stays high for a long period of time, then it feeds into lots of other parts of the economy. For example, we have things like transport costs, manufacturing costs, heating bills. All of these things are impacted by the price of oil and cause inflation to rise. So when oil prices start to fall, as they've done recently, markets start to think that some of that inflationary pressure from the oil price spike might start to ease off as well. And then one knock-on impact, I guess, of changes in inflation is the impact on interest rates. So since the war broke out, one of the worries has been that the oil disruption could keep inflation higher for longer. And then the knock-on effect of that is that high inflation would cause central banks to be a little bit more cautious around cutting interest rates. So in the UK, that's been a particular concern because investors had gone from thinking that the Bank of England, the central bank, was going to cut rates twice by the end of this year, by the end of 2026. That was before the war broke out, to at one point thinking that the central bank was going to hike rates 3 times by the end of the year. Now that oil prices have started to come down a little bit, we're kind of somewhere in the middle. We're looking at between 1 and 2 rate hikes by the end of 2026, but it's somewhere between 1 and 2 rather than that high point of 3 as we were seeing earlier this year. So the current rally in the stock market is really a reflection of all of those factors. So it's pricing in that the conflict de-escalates, so oil prices come down, so inflation's a bit less sticky, so interest rates don't have to stay higher for longer. But it's important to bear in mind that the markets are responding to the possibility that the worst case economic scenario doesn't materialize. It's not celebrating a conclusion to the war. The ceasefire does still look fragile. And if the conflict drags on, then the energy market could still face a much more prolonged shock. The situation is definitely not resolved, but markets are moving quickly in both directions as each new development emerges. Having said that, while the rally could just as easily reverse if events take a turn for the worse, markets are currently suggesting at least that the risks might be peaking rather than building. And then, of course, bringing this closer to home, all of this is happening right at the start of a new tax year. From the 6th of April, investors now have a fresh £20,000 ISA allowance to use. And then for those investing into a pension, that's an additional £60,000. So for anybody who's been waiting for the new tax year to begin, this is effectively a good reset point and a good chance to put your new allowances to work. One sensible way to approach that, especially when markets feel uncertain, is through regular investing. The benefit of investing regularly, or one of the benefits at least, is that it stops you from worrying about trying to pick the absolutely perfect time to invest. So InvestEngine savings plans, for example, they let you invest automatically on a regular basis, which takes some of that worry, some of that fear, some of that emotion out of those short-term market moves. And if you have investments elsewhere, it's also worth knowing that InvestEngine is currently running a transfer and a top-up offer, meaning you could earn a bonus of up to £5,000 if you transfer or top up your portfolio. As always, though, it's important to look at the full terms and conditions. So to wrap things up, yes, markets are still volatile, and that could well continue for a while longer, given how quickly the situation is changing, but that doesn't change the bigger picture for long-term investors. In fact, periods like this can be a very useful reminder that successful investing is less about kind of focusing on market headlines and more about having a clear plan and sticking to it. So whether that means using your ISA allowance, your new pension allowance, setting up a regular savings plan, or maybe transferring a portfolio, the start of the new tax year is a good opportunity to make sure that your money is working for you in a way that supports your long-term goals.